Many years ago, I worked for a ceramic tile company in Olean, New York. Now, we merged that company with another company based out of Dallas, Texas, and I was offered the opportunity to work at the corporate headquarters. I decided to take that opportunity as I knew I would be working for a manager who I respected greatly. He was a gentleman, he honored all of his commitments, and that he showed respect for people at all times. And I knew I could learn so much from him. Now, he and I were responsible for mining site compliance and contracts, which was a pretty challenging situation in the past, as negotiations definitely were not positive. There was a Mississippi property owned by an elderly lady named Miss Annabelle, and we needed a right-of-way through her property to get to our mining pit. Now, in the past, there had been a less than ideal relationship, and we used to joke, it was kind of like the Hatfields and McCoys, that outsiders were the enemy, and it was not unusual to see pickup trucks with rifles and shotguns hanging from their back window. Now, Wayne took a lot of visits to this mining site, and he got to know Miss Annabelle personally. And he would come back from his visits talking about how they shared lemonade on her front porch and got to know each other and each other's family situation. We joked with my manager that Miss Annabelle was his girlfriend. Now, one month, I got the opportunity to go to Mississippi and check out this mining site that my manager was working on. And the first thing he said was, before we go to the mining site, let's go visit Miss Annabelle. So we went to her home and knocked on the door. And when the door opened, we met a frail, elderly lady, probably in her 80s, who was genuinely glad to see my manager. And he truly was glad to see her too. In fact, they spent a few minutes getting up to speed on the situations in each other's families, and you could tell that my manager really cared about her. They shared lemonade. I got some too. They shared stories, and you could tell they had great admiration and respect for each other. Now, in the end, Wayne was able to easily negotiate the contract to get the right-of-way with Miss Annabelle, but he always made sure that we treated her right and no one ever went into her property unless absolutely necessary. And she appreciated that as well. So Wayne taught me, never go back on your word and always treat people with respect, regardless of their situation and your situation. And when that happens, good things will happen when you care for other people. I hope this story provided you with some inspiration to revisit your own processes. I have a lot more I'd like to share. Head over to pi-partners.com to learn how I can help. And check back from time to time for more Kaizen stories.